All right, so today was an action-packed day in Mostar, and originally all I had planned was to do was like a walking tour, and those things could focus a general one focus on can focus on anything the host decides to focus on any time period. But the host Ivan mainly focused on what happened during the civil war here in Bosnia, and so we got to go through all that, like basically all the buildings that were destroyed, what things used to look like, what they look like now, or what happened during the Civil War, like which ones were destroyed in the Civil War. So it's kind of like a three part. We saw what it looked like before the war, after the war, and now. And then we ended at the old Mostar Bridge, which was rebuilt in 2004. And we started the tour out actually with the monument to the some soldiers from Spain who were killed during the conflict, and some that died after the conflict, either due to landmines or accidents and stuff like that. So yeah, there's quite a few. You'll see the monument. It's like about a couple dozen soldiers at least. And after that, my Airbnb host actually does tours, so he usually goes just to the waterfalls. There's like waterfalls I didn't even know about called Kravica, and I saw that, but I found out there's this town where some people witnessed the Virgin Mary, similar to Juan Diego in Mexico, and similar to what happened in Fatima over 100 years ago in Portugal. And people say that they're still getting visited by the Virgin there now. So it's a mystical place if you're interested in that sort of thing. If you're interested in like images of like the Virgin and Fatima and and all that's involved in that, I definitely recommend coming out here because there's a lot of people that come here to pray and experience that. And then on the way back to Mostar, I was luckily able to stop in a couple of spots, and my guide Ricky, who's also my Airbnb host, he stopped us at an ancient Bosnian village called Počitelj. I can't, I'm butchering it too, but it was really cool. It was a fortress built by the Bosnian kings before the Ottomans came, and it's like, yeah, it feels like you're going back in time going there, and I would definitely recommend visiting there if you're here. And then we stopped at a point where two rivers meet, the Boon and the Neretva rivers, like a bridge crossing there. And the rivers here are really intense. Like the color of the water is like this deep blue that looks like you're in the Mediterranean. I can't describe it, but Ricky was saying that it's like the coldest water, I guess, out in Europe for the area, especially. I'm like, I don't know, maybe there's a place in the Arctic colder, but I can't really prove that. But he said it was the coldest water, which is it's really interesting to hear that. But I mean, there are these giant mountains, like snow-packed mountains here, so we're almost like mid-April, so believable. And yeah, then we just drove back, and that's how we kind of ended it. So kind of action-packed day, unplanned for really, but it ended up being like really good and makes me really want to come back to Bosnia. I think it's definitely on the to-do list. All right, enjoy the video.
So I'm like walking by the bridge that I crossed yesterday. So let's see what the views look like in the morning. Ugh. But no, the climate here is kind of interesting. I feel like it's kind of like Santa Fe. It's like I feel like we're higher and drier up in the mountains. But I think my allergies are really getting to me. But I don't really want to take meds because sometimes those allergy meds knock you out, and I really can't be taken out of commission until I got my rest period. Yeah, let's check that out. Across the bridge right here. Yeah, this is really pretty. I think there's like a pretty large Croatian community, so I think the majority of this town is Catholic actually, so or divided, I guess. If anything. All right, so now we're gonna go across the old bridge of Mostar. It was constructed in 1566 by the Turks, Ottoman Turks, and it was destroyed during the Civil War in the early 90s. It was reconstructed in the same style and was inaugurated by Prince Charles actually in the year 2004, year I graduated high school. So this stone is Croatian stone from an island off the coast, and it's actually the same stone that is used in the White House. My tour guide is saying, kind of interesting. So the White House is built with some Croatian stone. So here's a view of the test bridge to build the other bridge. The Ottoman Turks built this first in order to see if the design would work on the other one. But it's a beautiful spot. All right, getting closer to the bridge here. It gets denser and denser with tourists. Yeah, like this is traditional roofing material. It's like they use thick stone walls because this area gets lots of snow in the winter. Oh, look at that boy. Yeah, so currently in the shoulder season of tourism, the crowds are already really bad. Yeah, look at it. See this. Yeah, here we go. Here's the views of the city. So I'm on like the traditionally Catholic side, and this other side is the traditionally Muslim Bosniak side. But there's also a Serbian Orthodox church. Gotta be careful with my steps here. It's crazy. Oh, that's cool. Some pictures of the Bosnian countryside. Anyways, all the Peruvian people I've met in New Mexico, they've all been nice. I think I'm very happy with this job. Yeah, tourism is usually pretty good. You met many people, from different. All right, so I just got to Medugorje. Medugorje. I don't know if I could pronounce the word correctly, but this is like the outdoor prayer area. It looks like so. Yeah, I guess they have a lot of people come out here to do service. It's kind of impressive. I've never seen so many places to sit and pray. It's kind of impressive. All right, so this is the cathedral, the church here in town. So this is where you could do confession. All the different languages. That's Croatian. Vatski. Oh, they have a lot of places to do confession. There's one of French, Croatian, 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 Croatian. translation. It's almost all Croatian. Huh. Yeah, I don't see any in English or Spanish or German or anything. I'm gonna walk out to the front so you could see a view from. It's a pretty church though. Courtyard is nice at least. All right, so here we go. All right, I'm gonna stop recording for a second and I'm gonna take a quick selfie of me. All right, so now we enter the church. Follow their dress code. Taking some glasses off. That's a pretty simple church. Yeah, so I guess there's more places here too. Yeah, I mean the church is pretty simple. Okay, so here's some more like confessionals, I think. They have German, Italian. Looks like they have a lot. French, Magyar, I think they had Hungarian. Still no English or Spanish. Kind of interesting. I know it's on this side here. But yeah, I mean, God, the mass must be incredible. Have so many people sit here. Chapel. So there's a lot of people praying in the chapel, so I didn't really feel it was appropriate to film in there. But here's another view of the church. And I want to look and get like a small souvenir or something. Yeah, I wanted to light a candle for all the people back home, but I didn't see anything to make offerings there, so. Oh, let's see. Okay, so the start of the apparition hill is 100 meters. So my mom and my grandmother told me there's like a family that started seeing images of the Virgin above these hills in 1981. So I'm just gonna see what they saw. I don't know. Supposedly, the Virgin reveals herself to travelers, possibly, or to just people in general who come here to this day. All right, so we're in outskirts of Medugorje, and so those are the hills there. If you look beyond, so we got one point there, and then you have the other point there. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to climb up that. That would be a all-day event, so I didn't really plan for that. But I'm glad I'm able to at least see them visually from this point. But yeah, it's too far. Yeah, that spot definitely had like a feel to it. There's this idea of like thin places where you're able to connect with the other side, and that's definitely that hillside there. Definitely felt like there's something happening there. Place does feel like it has like some magic to it for sure. It's definitely this place is an interesting experience worth visiting.
Okay, so we left Bosnia. You're like
This is cool. So what's that castle?
Castle of Ljubuški city. It's there because we had before Ottoman the Bosnian kingdom.
Oh, all right. So I'm here gonna check out some waterfalls. Let's see, Kracina. All right, let's see what they look like from above. Uh, Honestly, I feel like I'm in northern New Mexico somewhere. Could be up in Red River. Wow, that's really cool. All right, here's a top view of these awesome waterfalls here in Bosnia, outside of Mostar. Yeah, I think the one thing that's really been surprising me about Bosnia so far is just like the nature here. It's just there's so many different natural sites. The climate right now, especially here, like kind of mid spring, I guess call it. Perfect. It's been. I mean, I like this temperature anyways. It's like perfect for like hiking, perfect for like walking around, kind of getting a temperature up. It's not like it's not like the lounging in the water sort of temperature, but it's good to be able to see the world and stuff. Yeah. This is the top of the waterfall. Let's go check out the waterfall itself. All right, cool. So I took my mic off so you could hear the roar of the water. It is pretty cool. I want to feel how cold it is right now. I heard it's freezing, so yeah, it's not bad though. Probably could have. Might have been a little bit prepared. I probably could have slept there. Yeah, it's definitely a cool experience seeing this. Just really beautiful. Doing a good job, Bosnia. Really surprising me. I wish I had more time here. I only scheduled 2 days for this place. I'm gonna have to come back next year. Surprising me. All right, one last view. I like this little baby waterfalls here too. Can't forget them. the RA. Here's it's the Red Army. Runs Mostar. So do they put the little devils too?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
LS is the mountain. That is the name for the mountains.
Tunnel. That's really
Or when you see the white, the flag
cool.
with cross, something like cross, the French cross, that is the flag of Bosnian people. From Kingdom, Bosnian Kingdom. I'm gonna show you. Evo. Go follow the road. Nešto samo
I'm exploring this ancient Bosnian village. Oh wow, here's an old mosque. This is so cool. Yeah, this is what travel's all about. Having a tour guide always helps out. It's worth a little bit extra cash. And Bosnia, something else. Oh my God. Yeah, Bosnia has really impressed me. Look at these roofs, it looks so cool. I really want a stone house now.
Sarajevo was the Winter Olympic Game, right?